ホームゲームサポーター誰一人諦めていないと思います。攻撃と守備、ここバランス非常に難しいゲームになると思うんですが、そのあたりどうお考えでしょうか。
So dieses Spiel ist natürlich Balance von den Spielen, Offensive und Defensive, also sehr schwierig. Und wie sehen Sie diese Situation?
Wenn wir schauen diese Sache, dann okay, wir 0-0 spielen. Wir müssen Risiko zu nehmen. Oft kommen Situationen Mann gegen Mann, wo Gegner hat sehr starke Spieler, aber dieses Ergebnis vom ersten Spiel hat zu uns Druck gemacht, dass wir müssen mit viel Risiko spielen.
やはり相手の前線には非常に、攻撃の能力の高い選手がいますけれども、やはりこのスコアを考えれば、やはり我々はリスクを負って攻めなければいけないというふうに思っています。やはりそうでなければこのやはり、この状況をひっくり返すことはできないと思っています。後ろではよく1対1の状況で守らなきゃいけないようなシーンが出てくると思いますけれども、そのリスクを負ってでもやはり我々は攻めなければ、このスコアをひっくり返せないと思いますので、やはりリスクを負って戦う勇気を持って、攻撃をしたいというふうに思っています。
両チームの対戦、過去にも非常に攻撃的な魅力的なゲームになる、ことが多かったんですが、今日のゲームどんなゲームになるでしょうか。
Yeah, again, Sapporo is a unique team and very exciting team, and it adds to the game, doesn't it? They've got this unique attacking style, so do we. So I'm expecting another big battle, and we've always had good battles against Sapporo, and I expect nothing different today.
毎回ね、札幌戦では本当にお互いがね、いい試合を繰り広げる部分だと思っていますし、札幌さんも本当にユニークなスタイルを持ったチームです。自分たちも違った意味でユニークな攻撃的なサッカーをします。お互いが今日の試合でもいい部分を出し合って楽しい試合になればいいかなというふうに思っています。
期待しています。ありがとうございました。
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
A very good afternoon and a warm welcome to the Daiwa House Premise Dome in Sapporo in Hokkaido. Up north, a journey north, a long journey for Yokohama F Marinos, but it's not half as long as the journey that Sapporo need to make if they are to progress beyond the quarter-final stage. They fell victims to Marinos in the same matchup in the quarter-finals last season, although they did beat Marinos in the first leg last season 3-2 here, but they'll need a much bigger win today if they are to progress in a competition that they have never won. The Marinos, for all their dominance in J1, have only ever themselves once put their hands on the League Cup, the Levain Cup, and that was way back in 2001. They brought an army of following in expectation rather than hope for them. A 6-1 lead should see them through. Both sets of players in the tunnel. Many changes for both sides from the first leg. Certainly for Consadole Sapporo, this isn't a priority. Their priority is to build on the back of two 2-0 wins in J1, which leaves them 7 points from safety. They've got a lot of work to do in their remaining 9 league matches. But survival is still on the table. It's been a disappointing season, largely for Marinos, despite reaching the final of the AFC Champions League. Usually right up and amongst the title contenders. They have fallen way short this season. And in the Levain Cup, perhaps this is their consolation prize. Two teams are out on the pitch. In the eyes of many, this is a dead rubber. If Sapporo were to perhaps get an early lead, then who knows where this game might take us. It was a funny first leg because Sapporo were very much the better side in the opening 25 minutes. They should have been ahead, probably by more than 1 goal. In the end, backfired on them. They conceded 2 very quickly. They were then reduced to 10 men, and the rest was the tale of second half capitulation. I very much doubt in the history of football that anyone has come back from a 5-goal deficit in the first leg of a 2-legged cup tie anywhere at any level. They may be proved wrong. Not many are expecting Sapporo to overcome the Marinos this evening. At least their coach, Michailo Petrovic, who makes his way up onto the plinth on the touchline. Today's referee, Furushi Nakamura, takes charge. Second leg tie. Well, each of last season's meetings in this competition and in the first leg produced a red card. Furushi Nakamura can keep those cards in his pocket tonight. Shake hands between the two referees. VAR is, of course, obligatory in the J-League and in this competition. Michailo Petrovic is Austrian. And the Australian, John Hutchinson, only an interim manager at the moment following the sacking of Harry Kewell. 6-1 first leg victory will probably enhance his chances of getting the job on a more permanent basis. A return to his old club for Anderson Lopez. One of 10 changes made by Yokohama Marinos. The only player to keep his place from the first leg is Rico Yamane, the 21-year-old. Nearly ready to go. First leg produced a 1 red card, 7 goals. And both sides registered an almighty tally of shots in the match. In fact, despite losing 6-1, Sapporo have more shots, both on goal and on target, than Marinos. But it's all about being clinical. And Sapporo will have to come up with absolute perfection tonight in being clinical in front of goal if they are to stand any chance against a Marinos side that are on paper stronger in this second leg than they are in the first, with Lopez back, Iber back, Matthias back. That's 23 league goals this season between the three of them, but not a single cup goal yet. Winners will play Sanfrecce Hiroshima or Nagoya Grampus, who meet in their second leg later on today. That's only 1-0 in the first leg to Sanfrecce. Plenty to play for in that tie as the ball is whipped in from the left by Nishimura. Nishimura begun to send out the player. Japanese international, though he wasn't called up for the latest round of Japan fixtures. Drilled forward by Sugeno. Up in the air from Iber. Away from Nakamura. Scrappy start to the game. Lopez gets the ball wide, but that will trickle through to Sugeno. Brilliant popping goal, by the way, at the other end for the Marinos, who changed their substitute goalkeeper at half-time because of a slight knock. Those two goalkeepers that played a part in the first leg have both been left at home. Got their first and fourth choices for today. Really are flexing their muscles in terms of squad rotation. The flag is up over on the far side, and it's up against Mishashi. Up against Iber, rather, I beg your pardon. Played over 100 times for the Marinos is Iber. 2-year-old Brazilian. 2 in 3 against this opposition. It's a nice touch from Lopez. No foul, says the referee, and a chance for Sapporo to break, and break they do. They tried to take the free kick quickly. Unfortunately, the referee's not buying into it. And from John Hutchinson, the interim manager of the Marinos, before the game, he said both sides have got a unique style of attacking. He had nothing but the utmost respect to the way in which Sapporo play. They're in form. They've made 7 changes from the first leg, bringing back in Suzuki and Sarachan. Between them have got 7 goals this season. The first leg was a very open affair. I know we've only played 3 minutes of this. This is a much tighter affair so far, but it's very, very early to call judgment. Yoki. Got the cross in, but it was far too close to William Pop. He has a Japanese mother and an American father. By Nagato. Watanabe. Pinch back. Kamai. Probably pick of the bunch in the first leg for Consa. Tanaka. Season. Sent out on loan Tanaka to Vijayda Maevsa. Seda Baba, you saw there, 22-year-old former Tokyo Murata player. I have to take your hat off to the Sapporo fans who sung their hearts out from the very first minute to the very last in the first leg, and they've created a wonderful atmosphere. Turned out in their numbers. They are an exceptional bunch of supporters. Even those with the deepest tinted glasses must be thinking this is beyond possibility. They'll need a goal, and they'll need a goal fairly early, and there's been no sign from either side of any chances created in the opening 5.5 minutes. Real tackle, signing from Gambara-Saka. He's giving the ball away. Aiba. Wide again to Nishimura. Aiba. Shot from distance. Does at least register the first shot of the game, but it's way over the top from Matsubara. So a goal kick. Will be taken by Takanori Sugeno. Incidentally, the goalkeeper, who's just taken a goal kick, celebrates his birthday today. He's 27, so happy birthday to him. Plus appearances for his club since signing from Kyoto Sanga in 2020. 27 today. It's flicked on nicely towards Nishimura. He does get the cross in. Played forward by Eduardo. In fact, it was Nagato. Slapped it across the face of goal. There was no real concern there. Takanori Sugeno. Business end of the season. Finals of this competition. Marinos at home this coming Friday in the next league game against Kyoto Sanga. Ponza here against Tokyo Baradi. Lopez. Fails to clear it. It's Elba. Into the back post, and there's the opening goal. But the flag is up against Elba. He did look very suspiciously offside. He perhaps should have known better, because he had a full view of what was across him. He chose to wander into an offside position when perhaps he could have held his run better. Maybe in his defence he may not have caught it had that been the case, but it's a chance that goes missing because of the flag of the assistant referee over on the far side. So still 0-0, 9 minutes gone. That would have made the impossible even more impossible for Consa. They're working their way out from the back, confident with the ball. Wide to Suga. He's got players waiting. It's turned away by Nagato. Suga again. Goes the return from Yoki. Good recovery from Matsubara. Cleared away by Kawajima. Kawajima, former Shiwa Reso player. Tanaka pulls it back. It's a good layoff. He's got it again, Tanaka. on the far side if you can find him. Yoki, very congested. Yoki again, goes for goal. Poked away by Pop. Cleared. Referee plays a good advantage, laid off by Suzuki. Over to the right-hand side now. Made a bit of a mess of controlling that. Hiromu Tanaka. Meeting between these two this season. Marinos have won all three. Last month's league duel 3-2 in the home leg. And this week 6-1. The one here, due by a goal to nil. By Suzuki, who's in an offside position. So it is going to be a free kick, which is taken quickly. Helped on by Ruku Yamane. Majima. Big squads, both of these teams. It's been proved by the fact that one has made 7 changes and the other 10. For their first major honour, Consa. They have 3 times been crowned champions of J2 this century, 2000, 2007, and 2016. Bit of room here for Kamai. Still Kamai, that's a good shot. Element of surprise as William Pop went down to make the save. Save you'd expect him to make. My captain's armband today. The ball for a moment there. Giamani. Get away with it. Ligato. Oh, long ball forward. And this is a chance for Mateus round the goalkeeper. And this time they do take the leads. It's a run of perfection from João Mateus. And the Brazilian rounds goalkeeper Sugeno and makes it look ever so easy. But they were opened ever so easy for Consa. And for the moment he'd made that run, you felt there was only one outcome. And he confidently took it round the goalkeeper. It's his 5th goal of the season, to add to 4 J1 goals that he's got so far. And it's 1-0. 7-1. And if there was to be any chance of a under this tie, which was always very unlikely, then it would have almost certainly Consa would have had to score the first goal. VAR are having a look. They are happy that the goal is legitimate, and it is 1-0. Baba to Tanaka. probably say this more than once during the commentary, but actual concert, look back on the first leg when it was nil, chances that they missed. That's the goal scorer. Gone with the big guns of Marinos in the early goal, which has further enhanced their grip on this tie. Sloppy layoff that from Lopez, unlike him. Scored home and away. Anderson Lopez against his old club in the league. Here he goes down the middle. All the way through to Sugeno. Choices on for him for the golden boots in J1. He's currently neck and neck with fellow Brazilian Leo Shearer of Cerezo. They both had 17. Rio Germain of Jibiro Wata is next in line. He's got 15 goals. Long by the goalkeeper Takanori Sugeno. He's quickly made it all the way through to William Pop at the other end. Nakamura given away. Kamai. Tanaka. Plenty to aim for. The line well cleared on the volley by Ken Matsubara. Matsubara, the former Oita Toronita player. Played for Albirex. Have as comfortable a lead in the first leg as Marinos whistles for Lopez. Shimura. Foul by Nishimura in the end. Free kick. Promising for a moment for the F Marinos. Albert able to make his way through. Plenty of fluidity amongst Sapporo in the first leg. In the opening 20 minutes, haven't really created too much so far to threaten William Pop in the Marinos goal. Sabura back to Pop. Footed Takanori. He's going to try and get forward more and more. Suga, you know, to create something. He looks like a threat down the left-hand side. He did in the first game. days ago. Jacko. Tanaka. Out to the right-hand side, no one there. It was overhit anyway. This game, the first of the 4 quarterfinals to get underway today. It's a busy old day. This is a 2 o'clock in the afternoon kickoff. The home side are looking for an equaliser, and they very nearly got it. It was a great through ball from Yoki. Kamai made a good run but couldn't control it in his stride. Given away again though by Pop. But one back by Anderson Lopez. Off goes Watanabe. Tyas the goal scorer. It'll be a corner. First corner of the game. It's taken 21 minutes to find that first corner. It's going to be taken by Yamatas. Scorer. He celebrated his birthday on the day of the first leg, but was left out of the squad. It's flicked on across the face of goal. Drops behind. It was Eduardo with the flick. Pure Brazilian, that corner, in every sense from the taker to the executor, but it didn't quite come off. It went wide. 4 attempts on goal now. Marinos, only 1 on target, that's the goal. Tanaka headed into the penalty area. He always likes to get those runs into the box. He's done very well with them in both legs. It's just too heavy for Sarachat. Yoki and behind for a goal kick. Birax Nagata beating Nishida Zelvia 5-0 in one of the other quarterfinals. First leg, second leg to come. That one in about 3.5 hours. That one kicks off. TL Birax to go through. Tale, 1-0 lead going into their second leg away at Vifore. Wide again from Sarachat. Tanaka, seen plenty of ball right hand side. That's a good ball in and a header over the top from Kasuga. That's better from the home side. Took a knock in the process, hung it up really high. Great left-footed cross. Comes crashing in. Can't get the header on target. When you look at it here, you think maybe he should have done. He got caught slightly underneath it, didn't he? And it landed awkwardly from the push from behind by Matsubira. Ligas, San Francisco, Hiroshima. First leg against Nagoya Grampus. They've got the home leg to come later today. It's the late one of the games being played today. Well, that's very well worked, but it deserved better. It might yet get it. Tanaka. Straight into Nagata. That was a chance for Suzuki. Didn't quite latch onto it. Really industrious play from Consa. And now they've got to get back and defend. Elba. Anderson Lopez. Matthias. It's looking ominous. It's a corner. Brazilian front three, all combining now. Consa. Grateful to Nakamura for putting out an outstretched left foot to put it behind for a corner. Corner that will be taken by the goal scorer, the only goal so far, Jan Mateus. Marinos players had played in Portugal for Estoril, the Primeira League in Portugal. All into the box, and it was a nigh-on impossible task for Kamijima to divert that one over his shoulder and into the net. It's a goal kick. Marinos reaching the AFC Champions League final under Harry Kewell, but their disappointing league season was simply not acceptable, and Kewell lost his job in July. His assistant Joe Hutchinson stayed behind as the interim coach, and progress in this competition will only enhance his chances of clinching the job on a permanent basis. Japanese League comes to a conclusion in November. There are just a couple of months of the season remaining. His job is to make sure that Marinos finish as high as possible. Sixth is not considered good enough. It's the first tie in the competition for Marinos because of their AFC exploits. It's behind from Yotoyoki. Amiya, a larger player. Marinos got a bye to the quarterfinals. Sapporo had to beat Katella Toyama, Azul Clara Numazu, and on penalties they beat Nagano Pashero. That was nearly the perfect through ball from Anderson. Lopez was cut out. Tanaka again on the right-hand side, all the way back to Tako. Okamura. Yoki. All the way back to goalkeeper Sugeno. Tanaka. Gone for goal himself there, but he's always bending away from goal. He's got 4 goals this season. Tanaka. See the travelling Marinos fans bouncing up and down away to our right. Weren't expecting an uncomfortable afternoon, and it hasn't been an uncomfortable afternoon so far. One they lead on aggregate. Sapporo. We're hoping that this doesn't get a whole lot worse as they look to build on 2 league victories. Cemented to the bottom of the table and looked absolutely doomed. 2 league wins have given them hope. Hoping this cup crushing doesn't bring them down to earth with a bang. 23 years since their only Levain Cup victory. Marinos, competition that doesn't always get prioritised in the pecking order. This year it might well do. Gone very strong today to ensure that the job is done. Switch by Nakamura. Nakamura again. Flicked round the corner by Anderson Lopez. Straight to goalkeeper Takanori. Zelvia have a similar task to that of Consa today. 5-0 down, going into today's second leg tie at the Hokkaido Gion Stadium. For Kufu then taking on leaders Kawasaki Frontale. Same time, that's at the Gion Stadium. That's an interesting ball across. He's put in one or two really good deliveries from the right-hand side, Tanaka. Haven't been any takers yet. Sarachat. Yoki. Mai. And then Kimura. Striding forward. Bent back in by Kamai. Really been tested yet, the back line. Marinos, and they've won a free kick. It was an awkward landing for Nagato. I think he's landed either on his arm or his shoulder, and that's a cause for concern for John Hutchinson. The Marinos head coach, the interim head coach, uses this opportunity to speak to Elba. Semi-finals on the horizon for those Marinos fans. As a stretcher is brought onto the field. Such is the concern for Katsuya Nagata. Back to his feet. It's more arm than shoulder. It's on his wristies. He's going to get strapped up and will continue for now at least. Katsuya Nagata, Kashima Antlers player. He's going to be okay. Over the top, and he has to come out of his box. Takanori Tsugana to get there ahead of Lopez. Tsubara. Tejas. And Tsubara. It's an interesting ball in. Goalkeeper anticipated it well. Takanori Tsugana. Stand. It's going to be 4 wins out of 4 against Sapporo for the F Marinos. League double, backed up by a 2-legged rout, really, as it's turning into in this cup competition. Tanaka. Cross that comes in, it was just behind its intended target. Suga, Nyoki, Baba. Baba again. Kamai. Just trickle away for a goal kick. Suzuki hasn't really on the end of what service has come his way. There's been plenty of balls in from the right-hand side from Tanaka. Well shackled by Eduardo and Kamijima. Just under 10 minutes to go in the first half. 1-0. Yokohama F Marinos 1. Goal coming from Jan Mateus, the Brazilian front line, 3. Usual full strength Marinos front line. Were all rested for the first leg, and they scored 6. Hasn't quite lived up to the first leg, which was thoroughly entertaining, and certainly the 6-1 scoreline doesn't tell you the whole story by any stretch of the imagination. This one's been a little bit more subdued. Those have seen an Elba goal disallowed, and Mateus gave them the lead that they deserve. Here's Suga. Nakamura drills it forward and smashes into Marinos player. That Marinos player is Nishimura, who goes down. And the crowd have just taken a slight break from beating the drum and singing for him a few moments, but don't worry, it will be back very, very soon. Marinos fans very happy with what they've seen so far. The head coach John Hutchinson's side leading 7-1 on aggregate. Under a little bit of pressure from Suzuki. He's put it straight out the plate for a throw. Towards the left-hand side from Takanori Sugeno. Lifted away by Matsubara. It's a good turn from Suzuki. Trip from behind, that will be a yellow card as well as a free kick. Referee not happy with the challenge from Rico Yamane. For the first time in this game, a yellow card is shown. It's fairly central. Left foot of Deki Suga. His favourite to hit this one. So, well-marshalled wall. He's also there. Will it be Yoki or will it be Suga? Yoki straight into the wall. It was wasted. Still alive. Suga. Tanaka. Can he get another cross in? He can. That's a deep one this time. To the last 4.5 minutes of the first half. Of expectancy about this game now. If there's any chance for Consa to put pressure on the Marinos and their 6-1 first leg lead, then they needed to get the first goal and ideally beat a couple of goals up by now. And the goal behind has not really aided the impossible. Elba. Gato seems to be moving freely and comfortably despite that wrist injury. Wide from Eduardo, who's been strolling through this game very comfortably at the back alongside Kajimina. FC campaign kicks off very soon as well. Marinos qualifying the AFC Champions League final last season back in May. Two-legged defeat was convincing. The first leg at home, they equaliser. To be beaten in the second leg away. Mateus wanted to return. Dear Lopez didn't come though. Nakamura brings it forward and Nakamura continues his run forward up towards the penalty area. Stopped in his stride really well. That's good defending by Ken Matsubara. About their business professionally on the Marinos. Feels like that goal is taking the sting out of the game, but that was a stinging shot from Masashi Suzuki. Has scored 5 this season. He is their top scorer. Himself in a little bit of room there. A powerful shot which was spilt by Pop, but isn't of any concern. Mateus, 2 to beat, comes inside. Mateus strikes it well. Had to hold on to it, Takanori Sugeno, because Anderson Lopez was moving in. Tails looks a threat down the right-hand side, cut inside there. Went for goal himself. Both sides have had 5 shots, 3 on target on the home side, 2 from the Marinos. That was the second of them. The first one they've got on target that they haven't scored with. Generally, over the 2 legs, they have been more clinical in front of goal. John Hutchinson's side. Needs to be careful there. Kamai. Free kick. Flag eventually goes up against Tanaka. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Shielding from Lopez, who goes down under the challenge. Free kick is given against him. He's backing it on Dahachi Okamura. By Anderson Lopez. Leg produced somewhere in the region of 40 shots between the two sides, just a 10 so far in this slightly more subdued first half. Matas with the only goal of the game gives Marinos a 7-goal lead, 7-1. They're looking for more. Mateus pulls it back. It's a chance to turn. He took his time in trying to turn Lopez, and in the end made a bit of a mess of it, which is unlike him. Kamai, this little player in the midfield, Kamai. Here he goes to the return again down the left-hand side. The pass from Suga. Kamai. Too many options. Oh, he goes on the outside. Cross comes in, it's missed. Just eludes Tanaka, has to go and retrieve. Tako, and again Tako. Tanaka on the outside. Here's Tanaka, can he get the cross in? He can, but it's straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. He's put one or two half-decent deliveries in this first half, Hiromu Tanaka, but that needed to be better. And with it, the half-time whistle goes. Well, very few people expected this to turn into something of a contest. And with Elba scoring early on, you felt that the contest was taken out of it. But the flag was up. There was no reprieve, despite a brief VAR check on Jan Mateus' goal. And the Brazilian has marked his return with the only goal of the first half. It's 7-1 on aggregate. It's 1-0 to Yokohama F Marinos at half-time, and they are surely on their way to the semi-final stage of this competition. Consa will be playing for nothing more than pride in the second half, which is still to come. Looking forward to it. Half-time at the Daiwa House Premise Dom in Sapporo, Hokkaido. It's Consa 0, Marinos 1. Welcome back for the second half. Daiwa House Premise Dom is the venue. Consadole Sapporo 1-0 down on the night, 7-1 down on aggregate against Yokohama F Marinos. Those Sapporo players in the tunnel waiting to come out. Still a few words of wisdom for Mikhailo Petrovic, who is suffering from a hip problem at the moment that requires surgery. See by the way he's moving, he's not certainly going to be fit to play in this game. Mikhailo Petrovic's side and John Hutchinson's side both simultaneously making their way out of the tunnel for the second half. John Hutchinson has said his piece and was first out of the tunnel a few minutes ago. He sat down on the side of the pitch. Comes Mikhailo Petrovic talking to his assistant Masaru Oketa. There are going to be some changes afoot for the home side. Nakamura is off, and Minkyu Park, who scored an own goal in the first leg, is on. Tanaka, who's had a fairly decent first half, is off, and Bakayoko on. He had a shocker in the first leg where he missed some really good chances. Chance to atone himself now. And a change for the visitors as well. Amano on for Nishimura. Scored 2 in the first leg, did Yonamano. So, for more. I would imagine it's probably going to be Amadou Bakayoko going up top with Suzuki. Sukhachok Sarachat, the Thailand international, will go in right wing back. We'll keep an eye on that one. That's what we're suspecting for the home side. Just a like for like change from the visitors. Not much to talk about in the first half other than the goal and the disallowed goal. Marinos striding through to the semi-finals and a home first leg as well. It's played into the box. Eventually cleared away by Tamara. Sneaking the ball away there, Eduardo. Cleared by Nagata. Picked up an arm injury in the first half. He's heavily strapped up, but he seems to be okay. Yoki nearly finding the pass for Bakayoko, and then the shot does come in from distance, way over the bar. Shot coming in. Distance from Kamai. It's off well, Sapporo. Yoki into the byline, and that's a good ball in. Put it away. It's a shot from distance, it's way off target. It's good wing play by Yoki. Yoki has come wide to the left-hand side. Keep a close eye on that. Kimura. Play the ball out from the back on the home side. They're fairly comfortable for the most part on the ball. Bakayoko. Suga. It's gone to the right hand side. Shot for distance. Well, it's probably not going to change the complexion of this tie, but it's a very good strike from Dei Kasuga. It's only his second goal of the season. Goals for him come sparingly, but if he hits them like that, they're well worth the wait. Cutting in from the right, onto his favoured left foot. One touch, two touch, three. And he hits the perfect shot out of the reach of William Popp. And the home side level the scores on the afternoon to 1-1. And now it's 7-2 on aggregate. Really good strike. Put him over on the right-hand side for the second half, and it's reaped dividends almost immediately. And they come again. Yoki out wide to Suga. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he can, but the cross didn't really come to anything. They could get another one. Might just show a slight doubt in the minds of Yokohama F Marinos. Cleared as far as Suga. Well, why not try it again? He's got that left foot, and it's something of a wand. Didn't quite hit it as he would have liked on this occasion. Powerful though it was wide. Kept it down, didn't have the accuracy. It's their 10th shot of the game. It did take a slight deflection as well, so it's a corner which Yota Yoki, former Omiya Aradaja player, is going to take. The third corner of the game. It's in deep. Back across by Tako. Enough white shirts there to limit the damage. Now they could potentially break away. It's a foul. And the captain, Yoshiaki Kamai. Walk down Anderson Lopez. Lopez seemed to be away, but Kamai lost his footing slightly, fell into the Brazilian. Doing so brought him down. Not deep worthy of a yellow. Certainly a free kick. They doubled the shots of the visitors, but it is 1-1. Rather like the first leg. It's been the Marinos that have been sharper in front of goal. That's going to be a free kick. It's time for a foul by Anderson Lopez. Not Sapporo player, of course, Lopez. 21 in 63. It's a return of 1 in 3, which isn't bad. Returning bigger figures this time around. His first statistic of the afternoon is to pick up a yellow card for that challenge. Didn't look a lot in it in the first instance. Haven't had a chance to see it again. Comes the second yellow card of the game. We're not going to get to see it here. I don't think there's anything malicious there. I think he's just stumbled. And his studs have gone into the Achilles, which is very painful. But I don't think there's any intent there. It's just really, he's a big lad, Anderson Lopez. He's put his full weight into that foot. And the player that's felt the full force is Supichok Sarachat. He's back on his feet, should be okay. Yellow card for Anderson Lopez. It's a shade harsh. Both sides returning a 40% accuracy in front of goal. As the ball is floated over the goalkeeper and out, and surely, no, he just cannot find the net back at Yoko. Well, the free kick was taken quickly and took absolutely everybody by surprise, and it came back off the bar, and Amadou Bakayoko, who missed a series of chances in the first half of the first leg, has missed a serious chance in the early stages of the second half in the second leg. Floated up towards goal by Okamura. No one was expecting that. No one at all. Superchok Sarachat can't continue. He comes off, and Yuki Kobayashi, who scored 2 goals in the Levain Cup so far this season, comes off. Former Vissel Kobe player, the Jubaro Iwatu as well. Also played in the Eredivisie in Europe for Heerenveen for a while. Here comes the corner. Trying to head it towards goal was Okamura. He's still there. Can't get any direction on it. Suga turned back across the face of goal. Baba doesn't make the most of the opportunity. That will be a free kick, will it? Yes. Foul on Matsubara. Put under a little bit of pressure in this second half of the Marinos, conceding that equalising goal through Deka Suga. His knee there is Baba. Try and run that off. This was as a result of a coming together kneecap to kneecap on Matthias, on Jan Matthias. Come off better. Collision. Yeah, from Yoki. Can't keep possession. Suzuki turns well. Yashi, first chance of him on the ball. Way on the left-hand side is Alba. Haven't really had any opportunity to get forward so far in this second half. Marinos. Lopez. Need to tread carefully on that yellow card. They won't want that suspension seeping into the league campaign. The red card. Switched by Matthias. Down the line from Nagato, who goes for the return. Elba. Doesn't take any chances. Back to Kamijima. William Pop. The goal is certainly given the home fans a lift. The Consa fans have been brilliant over these 2 legs, all things considered, and they're looking for a second now. This would really lift them. Suzuki. Still Suzuki, twisting and turning. He's left the ball behind momentarily, and the moment seems to have gone. Yoki. Needs to be careful. He's ended up giving the ball away, the captain. Yashi, 32-year-old, it's a sub. Nothing else. If they go out of the Cup tonight. They'll go out with their heads high, but they want a victory, but they could find themselves behind it if they're not careful. Scooting in towards goal was Elba. He still got it. Lopez, Anderson Lopez back to Elba again. The Brazilian trio nearly combined in their entirety. Gato waiting on the back post was Mateus. Be a little bit more patient though. Can't get up across yet. Marnik. Using his goalkeeper pop. Jima again. Ball over to the right hand side. Matthias. So finished 12th in J1 last season. It's been a tale of struggle this season. Still hopeful they can survive. They need to carry on winning games. Now's as good a time as any to get the winning habit continuing. Won the last 2 league games 2-0. They do win this one. I bet they wish that there was 3 points on offer for it. Certainly there won't be. That's a foul. That will be a free kick to the F Marinos. Hasn't quite lived up to the first leg of the game. It never was, with the scoreline of 6-1, giving the Marinos an unassailable lead. And when they got the 7th to make it 1-0 in the second half, in the first half, the game was all done and dusted. They've tried to keep the atmosphere going, both sets of fans, and both sets of fans have been brilliant in both legs. This is a competition that they want to win. Comes up in November. That will be a one-legged affair, neutral soil. He's going to change Amano. This should be and isn't 2-1 because Elba has been denied by Takanori's save at the near post. Good save it was too. Amano playing the ball in. Elba did everything right. Apart from put the ball beyond the goalkeeper. As a half volley, it's a very good right-handed save from Takanori Sugeno. His side should have been ahead there. In front of their own fans behind that goal, you can see them there. Tricolor Army. Third corner of third game for the Marinos, and then it comes, and it seemed to elude everybody. In the air from Baba, and he's still got it here. Now the break is on. Suzuki, great play. Shot comes in, and it's just over the top of the crossbar. Very good effort from Kobayashi. Certainly had the goalkeeper William Pop beaten. Crisp, incisive breakaway from Sapporo. Kobayashi. Just over the bar. Just leaning back slightly. Goalkeeper did make the touch. Here's a corner. She gets it in, ended away by Eduardo. Big play from Jan Mateus, who had the confidence to pirouette in his own penalty area. Faber wins a throw. Just past the hour mark, there is another injury at the moment. Brazilian Jan Mateus is down. He seems to slip awkwardly there. You can just say it wasn't the challenge, it was the landing. He's jarred his knee there. That could be a real concern for Yokohama F Marinos. Scored the opening goal in the first half to take his tally for the season to 5, the 25-year-old. Set out the first leg completely. Would like to have played. It was his birthday. 25 last Wednesday. The stretcher is on. This is a concerning moment for John Hutchinson. He isn't going to require a stretcher. We're hoping it's no more than just a strain or a jar. This was his first half goal. His run was perfect. Straight through the middle and rounded the goalkeeper and scored. Looks like he's going to continue. For at least as long as John Hutchinson will allow. He's got substitutes at his mercy. Had double the shots of their visitors of Sapporo. It's not a dissimilar story to the first leg. Just have to take those chances. That's the difference in this game. Marinos are clinical. Down in stages there, Didier Mane, but no free kick is given. Still waiting for permission, and finally permission is granted, and Jan Mateus is back on. Plays an advantage. He won't play an advantage there though. Now by Okamura. It's a little bit fragmented, the game at the moment. That will suit Yokohama F Marinos. It's humid in Sapporo this afternoon. 30 degrees currently and sunny. They're looking to get their noses in front, and it just run away from Bakayoko. It was offside anyway. If you're wondering, coming sunny and there's no sunshine on the pitch, it's because the roof is closed. Those chances in the first leg that ultimately proved very, very costly. Could have taken one of them, it may well be a different story right now. As soon as they were reduced to 10 men at 2-0, you knew it was going to be a tough ride. And they could be behind here for the second time in this game. This time Elder's shot is straight at Takanori Sugeno. It's an out wide to Suga. Suga's given it away. Savano. Well recovered. Park with the ball forward. And again, Marinos and the ball back. coming up to the midway point in the second half. Tie is all wrapped up as a bundle. Sapporo on their way out. Marinos on their way through to the semi-finals. Just like last season's quarter-final. Business was done in the home tie for the Marinos in both occasions. Well held up by Anderson Lopez. It's out wide to Mateus. Lopez again. Mateus leaves it. It's taken over by Amano. Mateus continuing his run across field. Seems to have fully recovered from that injury he sustained about 5 minutes ago. Ball in towards the penalty area. Eludes Anderson Lopez and goes away to this near side. It's kept in play. Ball in towards the penalty area. Wasn't a good first touch initially. It's off target from Anderson Lopez. Not been his night so far. Just let down slightly there by his first touch. Maybe even been handball as he brought it down and fired it. And it just seemed to clip the crossbar on its way over. Anderson Lopez. This time the sting was taken out of it by Ryu Taku, and once again the goalkeeper prevented it from going out for a corner. Suga. Just to cut inside, rather like he did for the equalising goal. And over to the left-hand side, and Yoki. Yoki with the delivery. Headed away with ease by Eduardo. One back by Sapporo, but then they're giving it away. And off goes Mateus. Can't find the pass for Amano, who'd made a good run forward. There's going to be a change for Consa in just a second. Sabara. Kamijimi. Watanabe. Change coming up in a moment is going to be a forward change. Jordi Sanchez, who came on in the first leg, and a couple of sightings of goal as well in that game. Looks like he's going to come on for Masashi Suzuki. Substitution can't take place until the ball goes out of play, and it's not gone out of play for a while. Akinori with the clearance to this near side, and Barber has now gone out of play, and the change can be made. Suzuki coming off. Sanchez is the player to replace him. win this game. It is purely cosmetic, but winning is a nice habit to have. It's a habit that Consa need to keep hold of, having won the last 2 league games. It would put them in a good frame of mind. They are at home again next weekend, both of these teams. Park cleared away by Okamura, up towards the halfway line. Home fans want a foul. It's continuing though. Jordi Sanchez goes through, trying to put pressure on the last defender, Eduardo. His card seems to have come out again. Card for Watanabe. Sanchez though is wriggling his way into space. The ball comes away from him. It's Matsubara who's able to clear. 20 shots in this game, which is about half of what we had in the entirety of the first leg. Comes a triple change. The feeling they might just rest 1 or 2 key players here. First change is Iba to come off, and Koike will come on down the left-hand side. It's the left-sided player, Koike. Played his part in the first leg. Tyas, the goal scorer, comes off, and Uzunuma, who scored himself in the 6-1 win the other day in the first leg, comes on the right-hand side. That's a like-for-like change as well. He plays down the right-hand side. And no surprise that Anderson Lopez is also in his afternoon cut short. He's replaced, again, like-for-like by Yanaka, who scored 2 in the first leg. He's got 8 this season and is a very, very decent player. Should have had a hat-trick just after he scored the second, but was denied by the challenge that led to the red card. On the attack, the substitutes combining very quickly and winning a corner. Shot deflected. Corner to Marinos. All the works on the left-hand side, trying to flick the ball on. There was Koike, couldn't manage to do so. Gone behind for a goal kick to Consa. Haven't watched the entirety of this game. It is 1-1. It is 7-2 on aggregate. Yoko couldn't control, and the Marinos are able to eventually clear. Marinos taking the lead in the first half through Yamateas, who rounded the goalkeeper with a very good time run. Elba had a goal prior to that disallowed. As the ball comes in, oh, that's a very good goal. He's had it again. Kasuga, his second goal of the game. He'd only scored 1 goal this season. We'll make that 3 now. And Consadole Sapporo lead for the first time in this game. It's now 7-3 on aggregate. It's still an almighty and impossible task to go and get another 4, but their number 4, a smashing goal. That's a lovely little flick past the goalkeeper. Chops it in, across the face of the keeper and in. very good execution. He's got a lovely left foot, Kasuga, and he's come in handy this second half because he scored 2 good goals with it. And they lead now by 2 goals to 1. Seven goals in the first leg, 3 in the second leg. So we're up to double figures across the 2 games. As I said earlier, winning is a habit, even if there's no prize assets now to this one. Yoki. Oops. The chance has gone for him. Cross comes in. It was a good cross as well from Kobayashi. There was a foul in there. Flag has gone up as well, so it's a free kick. Foul by Jordi Sanchez. They've never won a major honour, Consa. They've never brought a major trophy back up north. They're not going to do so in this League Cup competition, the Levain Cup. His injury at the moment is to Eduardo, and he's been down for quite some time. They're preparing another change, Sapporo. Eventually, Eduardo, the Brazilian, is back on his feet. Signed a couple of years ago from Sagantos. He's going to be replaced by Watanabe. Fourth change for the Marinos. Brazilian defender coming off. The former Ebrex Nagata player coming on. Preparing ourselves for a change from the home side. It's the away side that have made that change. Fukai is about to come on for Consa. Holding on to a slender lead here. That's a smashing volley forward from Baba. Held up well by Sanchez. Yoki. Kobayashi bringing in Park. Scored the own goal in the first leg, South Korean international. It's given them something to believe in themselves with that goal. Kasuga striking twice in this second half. Third brace across the 2 legs. The 2 braces coming from Inaka and Umano have both come on as substitutes in this second half. The Marinos. Yoki finding Kobayashi. He's made a difference since he's come on. Long raking ball out towards the far side. Cross coming in from Tako. Does take a deflection, will be a corner. And Sapporo have the opportunity to make that change. It is Baba that's going to come off. And it's a light for light. Holding midfielder for holding midfielder. Kazuki Fukai comes on. Homegrown talent. He made his debut way back in 2013 at the age of 17. He's now 29. +200 appearances. His big favourite here, Kazuki Fukai. comes in. Interesting. Pop gets 2 fists to it and good distance. The hat-trick is Suga. He's gone on a rampage down the right-hand side if they can find him. Taco. Make do with a throw. Shideki. Suga has got a cross to take. Suga 2 goals in this second half. Scored in the league game last month, a 3-2 loss away at Yokohama F Marinos. It's the 3rd goal he's got this season against this opposition. All 3 goals he's got this season have been against Yokohama F Marinos, would you believe? 25-year-old with 1 Japanese cap. Again, 200 appearances for the club. Another homegrown talent that's stuck by the club through thick and thin. Into promotion from J2. Here he is on the ball now. Deka Suga. Is a hat-trick on the cards? Not the best of balls from him. Park. Fukai goes all the way back to Okamura, who's looked pretty assured at the back. He started the first leg without out-and-out central defender. There were 3 defenders that could all play in the centre of the park, but it's not their #1 position, and it did tell in the end. Today, Okamura's come in and has added some solidity to that back line, which they lacked in the away leg. Might have been a mistake not playing. Oh, as the ball comes in, not playing Okamura. That was a shot coming in from Nyoki that was blocked. Suga plays it down the line. That's going to be a corner. And they're playing for pride, Sapporo, and that was the message. Go out, play for pride, entertain the crowd, give them something to cheer about. And the home fans have made plenty of noise from the moment they opened the gates long before kick-off. They always do here. The fans have been wonderful, and they're looking for a third, and really that should have been a third. Kobayashi blazed it in. Fuko tries to flick it. If he didn't get to it, Bakayoko surely would have done. Fuko has taken the captain's armband off of Yoshaki. It's coming up. Tsubara inside to Yamane. Round the corner, up towards Inaka, who is penalised. Zamano, not Inaka. Just 4 minutes to go. Consa done well to come back in the tie. Respectability after the 6-1 humiliation in the first leg. Here's Sanchez. Here's Suga. Cross comes in from Taco. Didn't quite sit for Sanchez. Yokohama F Marinos are able to clear. They are rapidly running out of time to salvage something from what will be a defeat away from home. Albeit it's immaterial. They are through to the last 4 of this competition for the 2nd year running. It's a competition they haven't won for 23 years. League Cup competition, the Levain Cup, and so coming forward again. It was very nearly flicked through by Kobayashi to Sanchez. Park. Up his case of a couple of steps backwards before the next step forward. Suga again. He's changed the game with 2 very well taken goals. 2-legged semi-final, a 1-legged final on neutral soil. Suga. Kamai. Needed a stretch from the defender to put it behind. Matsubara happy to concede a corner. First leg of the semi-final on Wednesday, the 6th of October. We'll be away to Sanfrecce or Nagoya Grampus. That one is still in the balance and will be played later. This is the first of the 4 quarterfinals. This was the afternoon kick-off, and it will be completed before any of the other 3 ties get underway in the second legs. A heavy home win. There's always going to be too much to overturn in Consadole Sapporo. But they've put themselves back on the mat tonight and shown that they're not going to go down without a fight. There's a dogged spirit in Mikhailo Petrovic's side. They've won their last 2 league games. They are 7 points from safety down at the bottom. They look nailed on for relegation. Suddenly now there's a chance. They've got to make the most of that with 9 games remaining. Tokyo Veradi here this coming weekend. They go to Nishida Zalvia. Toyota Sanga come here before a trip to Gamba Osaka. There's some winnable games coming their way. Although they lost the first leg of this tie 6-1, they have potentially 3 wins in 4 under their belt. Denied by Sanchez. Suga. 2 great goals, but his left foot let him down there. Just heading up to the 90-minute mark. It's job done for Yokohama F Marinos. In many ways, it's a game that interim manager John Hutchinson could well do without. He put a strong side out. They were comfortable, 1-0 up at half-time. Just got another 6 minutes to hold on. That's what the 4th official has just indicated. It's Consa's 8th game in this competition. Marinos have only played 2, coming in at the quarter-final stage due to their exploits in the AFC Champions League when they reached the final. Been averaging crowds here of just under 16,000. Marinos been averaging crowds this season just under 25,000. They are 2 very well supported teams. There are a lot of very well supported teams in the J-League. They are amongst them. They are loyal to the core, these Consa fans, and they've made a noise since the very first minute of the first leg. No stage have they ever let up. Stay up, they're going to do it together with their fans. To stand a chance, here's Suga. Left foot coming into play again, another long ball, inch perfect for Park. First touch wasn't great. Yoki. Ball in, was bending away from the goalkeeper. The header over the top of the crossbar from Kobayashi. It's going to be a corner. There's a good ball in this one from Yoki, bending away from the goalkeeper. And he gets there ahead of the defender. Came off the shoulder, I think, of Nagato. Corner kick to be taken by Yuki Kobayashi. Swings it outbound. Headed up in the air. And away, shot not once but twice, and at the second time of asking, Jordi Sanchez makes it 3-1. It's too little too late, but they are going to win this game, and they're going to win it with something to spare now. Jordi Sanchez took a shot, it was blocked and it came straight back to him, and the Spaniard lashed home his first goal for Consadole Sapporo. He was unfortunate with the first one with his right foot, and it came back and he said thank you very much and popped it in the corner. Very good goal that from Jordi Sanchez. And it's played for Numancia and Albacete in his homeland, and for Wizard Lodge in the Polish Ekstraklasa. New chapter of his career off and underway with a goal for Consa to make it 3-1. They only need another 3. The only problem is they've only got 2.5 minutes to fight. The second half had been played out in the first half. This might have been interesting. Scored 3 without reply in the second half, and I have to say, Marinos have been pretty ordinary in this second half. The job was always done. Football is quite often about momentum, and had an awful lot in this second half for Marinos, which will be a concern to John Hutchinson, the head coach, the interim head coach. Not too often this season Marinos have floundered, and they have in the second half. First leg 6-1, but they could have been 2-0 down easily before they scored their first goal. Took their time starting in that game. Started poorly in the first leg, they're finishing the second leg very poorly as well. They are going to go through, 3 goals to spare. Koike has barely been involved since coming on as a substitute. Imane had to come deep to try and just get a touch of the ball. Service has been pretty poor. Marinos in the second half. Sunuma looked a handful in the first leg. He's barely had a touch. That's a great shot, and it's just wide on the turn. It was a decent effort from Yunamano, who scored 2 in the second half of the first leg. He couldn't take his tally for the season up to 7 on the turn. He spun and hit it wide. And again by Suga. Kobayashi, it's made such a difference since he's come on. He's just given them that little extra dimension in the midfield. Takanori, there's no doubt he is a better goalkeeper for me than Kudama, who played in the first leg. He is the first choice keeper. I think a better side for having him in the team. The 6 minutes are up. It's just whatever the referee wants to add on. Is there time for a 4th? Maybe there is. Here's Park. Inside to Yorkie. And the referee's known for a free kick. I thought it was offside, but there's no flag. Shots on target to Marinos' 4. And there goes the final whistle. Well, it was always too big a mountain to climb for Consadole Sapporo, but they gave a real good go and come back with 3 second-half goals in this game. It was all too little too late in the end. 2 goals from Suga, 1 from Jordi Sanchez to overturn a first-half opener from Jan Mateus that gave Yokohama F Marinos a 7-1 lead on aggregate after a 6-1 win in the first leg. It's a 3-1 win for Consadole Sapporo, but they go crashing out at the quarter-final stage against the Marinos for the second year in succession. The Marinos go on to the semi-final, where they went out last season. They haven't won this tournament since 2001. They'll be looking to break that in what has been otherwise a very disappointing season for them. The two head coaches embrace. It's been 2 legs full of goals. Consadole Sapporo have been the victors over the last 90 minutes, but it's his side, John Hutchinson's Yokohama F Marinos, through to the semi-final stage. Final score here: Consadole Sapporo 3, Yokohama F Marinos 1. The Marinos through 7-4 on aggregate.
先制ゴールのヤン・マテウス選手です。まずお疲れ様でした。今日のゴール振り返っていただけますか。
Foi uma jogada rápida ali, o Takuma fez o movimento, tentou lançar para ele, eu já imaginei que ela poderia passar, e eu também fui, a bola passou. Eu estava preparado ali, driblei o goleiro e fiz o gol.
そうですね、タクマがいい動きをして、エドゥがそこにボールを出したんですけれども、もし、そのまま通ればと思っていい準備ができて、先に相手より、前に走ることができて、キーパーの動きを見てかわして、ゴールに流し込みました。
試合は敗れてはしまいましたけれども、チームはこれで2年連続の準決勝進出となりました。気持ちはいかがですか。
Então a gente está pouco frustrado por conta da derrota e ao mesmo tempo feliz porque acho que o importante era classificar, né? Então a gente avança mais uma etapa, agora volta o foco total para a liga e quando tiver as partidas novamente da Luban a gente vai estar preparado.
そうですね、次に進んだっていうところは喜ばしいことですけれども、ここで負けたっていうのは本当にちょっと、悔しい気持ちはあります。しっかりとね、次は公式戦リーグなのでしっかりとまた、いい準備して、またルヴァンカップの、準決勝の試合になったらまた、その時はまたいい準備したいなと思います。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
ハッチンソン監督です。まずはベスト4進出おめでとうございます。
Thank you. Yeah, disappointed second half, obviously. Happy with the first half. We didn't deserve to win the game tonight because we stopped playing our football. But yeah, happy obviously to go through to the next round.
次の、ラウンドに進むことができて、まずは良かったなというふうに思いますが、このセカンドレグの後半は全くうちらしいパフォーマンスができず、前半はねいい部分があったんですが、ちょっと勝ちに値しないちょっとサッカーの内容になってしまいました。
今日のゲームの後半、課題を挙げるとしたらどういうところなんでしょうか。
Just we always talk about hard work, and we just stopped that. It's difficult. I understand the mentality side of it. We're winning the tie 7-1 at the stage, so I understand, but it's not what Marinos is built on. We're built on hard work, and second half just wasn't good enough tonight.
前半のうちにもう合計で7対1の状況になりました。その精神的な部分でね、ちょっと緩さっていうところが目立ってしまったなというふうに思います。自分たちの良さであるそのハードワークっていう部分が完全に止まってしまい、後半はああいうふうな形になってしまいました。7対1、6対1だろうが関係なく、我々はね、とことん自分たちのサッカーをやめずにやることが自分たちだと思っていますが、それが後半はちょっと全然出なかったです。
ただこのカップ戦もある中の厳しい連戦の中で多くの選手をピッチに立たせて、その中で勝ち上がったこの事実に関してはいかがでしょうか。
First half, no problems. We were very good first half. We played our football. We done what we wanted to do in the first half, and it was very good. And then second half, we just stopped our football. So it's not about personnel or the squad. It's obviously about everyone, and it just wasn't what we wanted second half tonight.
とにかく誰が出ようといい形でねできるというところは見せられたと思いますし、前半特に問題なく出たメンバーがしっかりやってくれたと思います。先ほどから伝えている後半というところが自分たちの良さっていうのが全く出ず、これはね選手たちだけでなくチーム全体でそうなってしまいました。そういうところはねしっかり次に向けて学ばなきゃいけない部分ですし、しっかりやらないといけない部分でありました。
このルヴァンカップを含めタイトル獲得の可能性というのを多く残した状態でこれから連戦が続いていきます。サポーターに一言お願いします。
Yeah, of course. It's any cup we're in, we want to win, and obviously we're very grateful for our fans that travelled tonight, and obviously we want to win a trophy for them. The club is built on success, and we want to continue that.
クラブの、全体としてもそうですし、とにかくこのルヴァンカップも含めて、全部のタイトルを自分たちは、目指している中で、今日もたくさんの、ファンサポーターが、遠く札幌まで、お越しいただきました。ちょっとね今日は結果として勝つことはできませんでしたが、しっかりね、次の試合に向けていい準備をして、みんなで喜べるように彼らのためにもやっていきたいなというふうに思っています。
ありがとうございました。
Thank you guys. Thank you.